Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a declutter video. It's something I've wanted to do on here for a while, and also I really feel like it's time I tackled a few key areas in my flat because I do feel like they're getting on top of me a little bit, especially this office studio space that I work from every single day. Obviously, because of my job, I'm very lucky to receive a lot of samples of new products and stuff, and as a result, things do tend to pile up, you know, when I'm testing and reviewing, and I stockpile things for future videos and that sort of thing. So today I'm going to take you with me and we are going to declutter that vanity area over there. After this, if it goes well, I might tackle the other things in my flat, but this video is going to just be about decluttering my makeup area because there's just so much product in there, it's overflowing and I can never find anything. I've not been feeling my best recently. This week has been quite hard for me physically, mentally, just work's getting on top of me and I'm quite stressed out. And that's another reason I feel like I need to do a bit of a declutter, because for me, cleaning and tidying is quite a de-stressor. Like, it kind of helps my anxiety as well. So that's another reason I want to tackle this head on, and I think it'll be interesting as well, because then you guys can see all of the beauty products that I've been using recently, what I think is not very good I'm going to get rid of, and then all the stuff that I think I want to keep. So let's get started. This space over here is somewhere I sit every single day. It's where I do my makeup before filming. Sometimes I film videos right here, this little gadget. So yeah, it's basically everything that I love makeup wise, things that I'm testing, things that I love and use every day, that sort of thing. But as a result, things have gotten a little bit crazy. You can see here, this is my eyeliner drawer. Most of these eyeliners I probably haven't used in about 6 months to a year. There's probably a few key ones that I really like and love. So yeah, I just want to tackle all these drawers and this big drawer down here and just really cull. Down here I have the main drawer bit here. It's not all beauty, so it's just like all beauty here, and then it turns into like sunglasses, hair scrunchies, clips, bobby pins, all of that sort of thing. So yeah, I need a really good clear out. Over here we have my lipstick collection. Now this is ridiculous because these are like my favorite lipsticks, the ones I use the most. But again, just like the eyeliner drawer, I definitely don't use all of these. I've got every single Charlotte Tilbury here, and I probably use about 4 of them regularly, so I can definitely cut back on that. And then down here I have my hair tools. I definitely don't use everything in here. They just need a really good tidy and sort of unknotting, because I can never get anything out without pulling the whole thing out because it's all just threaded together. Let's get started. Okay, so I've set a little towel out on the floor just so I don't dirty my carpet even more than it already is dirtied. And then I've got my micellar water and some cotton wool here because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of testing today on the back of my hands and arms. And then I've got a bag here for rubbish, for anything that is really used, nearly empty, is rubbish in general, or has reached its expiry date, because I have a feeling that a lot of this stuff is actually going to be over its expiry date now. And then a little bag for anything that I want to re-gift to friends as well. So let's get started. This is one of my favourite categories actually, base makeup. These are, oh my god, so much crap in here. These are the boxes I use to sort of separate my makeup in my makeup drawer. They're old like birch boxes. This is really handy, but they're a bit tired now, but still doing the job. So I tend to be quite good about what I keep in my base makeup drawer. I'm really fussy about base makeups, and I try to keep something for everything in here. So let's see what we've got. This is actually all the foundations. I just removed all of the stuff that isn't foundation. So let's start with the obvious elephant in the room here. I've got 3 IT Cosmetics CC creams. Now this is my favorite ever go-to base, and the reason I have 3, I'm not trying to justify it, is this is the original. It's just perfect all-rounder. This one I use sometimes for my T-zone, which gets a little bit more oily than the rest of my face. It's the oil-free matte version. Just lasts a little bit longer than this one or this one. And then this one is the illuminating one. Really, to be honest, these two are pretty much the same, I would say, with the exception of this one being oil-free. So I'm actually going to be really annoying and keep all of these. I know that they're still within shelf life. These are actually new to me, and I've just recently, well, I got them about 3 months ago, and I've just become obsessed. It's basically what I wear when I don't want to wear makeup but I'm going out. So it's not even a BB or a CC, it's the lightest, and when I say lightest, it's literally just what it says, a skin perfector. There's the tiniest amount of product in here, like coverage product. The rest is more like just like an illuminating, like glowy moisturizer infused with factor 30. day. So just a really nice everyday thing when you don't want to wear makeup but you just want your skin to look a little bit better. I've got light and medium here. The light is almost finished. I am going to use all of this because I freaking love it, especially since my tan's leaving now. And I'm going to keep this as well because I sometimes mix the two if I'm a little bit darker or I wear this on my own. I'm also going on holiday soon and I will be taking this with me. Okay, so next up, this is a real favorite of mine as well. It's Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow Foundation. I loved this for a time, but then I just fell back in love with my CC and this just hasn't been touched since. So that is going to go in the bin because it's over 12 months old and it says 12 months on the back. Okay, so this was a new launch from Clarins. I popped it in my makeup drawer because I wanted to give it a shot. It's the Everlasting Youth Fluid SPF 15 Illuminating and Firming. I found this foundation really quite strange actually. I find that this is like more for older skin. It was a little bit too mattifying, and with the inclusion of the illumination as well, I just really felt like, I don't know, it just wasn't a great formula, which is a shame because it was very high pigmented and I thought it'd be really nice. But makeup with skincare benefits, I'm just a little bit like, I think the two should be separate. So I'm just gonna give that one away because it's still like only been used once and it's fairly new. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ever full coverage foundations. I've not been using it recently because it's been summer, so I've just been wearing my CC or a BB cream. But this honestly is just one of the best foundations ever. It's a natural glow, it's 16-hour wear, and it's by Guerlain, and Guerlain are just a beautiful luxury makeup brand. So I'm gonna keep this because I love it, and because we're going into winter now, my coverage on my face will be getting a little bit more. Finally, we've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I love this product. I don't wear any of the other double wear products because they're too heavy, but this one is amazing. I like mixing this into either my Trini London BFF or my CC just for a little bit of extra coverage and long wear, and I can wear it on my own for full coverage long wear foundation. It's just gorgeous. So I'm keeping that too. Down to just a few products in the foundation section. Okay, so next up we're going to do concealers. I am obsessed with concealers. I talk about them all the time, guys. I just love them. Okay, concealers. My favorite topic ever. Ooh, we've got a few more over here, actually. Okay, I know immediately that this one can go in the bin. It's Kat Von D. I've actually had it for 2 years, but I absolutely love it. It's basically cement for the face. It covers absolutely everything. It's kind of like drying, which is why you should only wear it on spots. So it's not really for under eye, but yeah, that's literally on its last legs. That can go in the bin. It's my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer. This is a recent gift from the brand and I love it. I've been using it in so many of my videos. It's just a really nice full coverage, moisturizing, good for anywhere concealer. So that's definitely staying. This one recently I discovered maybe 4 months ago. It's the Power Fabric Concealer by Armani Eyewear Shade 3. Keeping this because again, exactly like the Laura Mercier one, just a really brilliant one. It's a shade lighter as well, so it's good for like highlighting areas and shape work and that sort of thing. Okay, so next up we've got the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is a really amazing concealer. Just like the foundation, it just lasts and it's really, really nice full coverage, but it's not drying at all. This one is 2C. I think it's almost at the end of its shelf life, but I haven't got much left, so I'm actually going to try and use that up instead of throwing it away. And then also this product, which I got like really recently. It's from Estee Lauder. It's the Hydra Prep Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer. So really similar to the one I just showed you. The concealer's this end and then there's just like a brush on this end and it's got some like eye serum on it, which is supposed to like hydrate the under eyes before you put this on. I just really didn't get along with it. I felt like it just made the concealer not go on as nice, so I'm actually going to get rid of that one. I will re-gift because concealer is still pretty decent. So what have we got left? So this was actually a surprisingly good concealer. It's the Rosy Marks & Spencer's Rosy Autograph Concealer. Really, really nice. I would compare it actually to the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer, but I have had this more than a year now, so it's time to go. I like this in theory, but to be honest, Too Faced, I just feel like it's a brand that I'm just like kind of out of touch with a little bit. I really love the like very large chunky brush, but I feel like this type of makeup is really for just like strobing and really like Instagrammy makeup, which really isn't my thing anymore. So I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. This one I've had for quite a while, I think. Oh, it's 24 months. Well, I've only had it about a year, so I think I'll keep that one because it really is a great concealer, very high coverage, great for the under the eyes, not drying at all. So next up we've got the Bare Minerals Bare Skin. I actually used to love this when I was like, well, maybe 4 years younger.
It's so lightweight. It's got a nice amount of coverage, but it's not really anything to write home about. And to be honest, if I am going to be wearing a concealer, I want it to be concealing what I put it on, and I just don't think this cuts the mustard, to be honest. I think this is probably going to go to a friend that enjoys very light makeup. Okay, so this is actually a really nice product. It's very similar to their Pot concealer. It's just not as thick. I wear Cool Sand. I do like it. It's a decent concealer. It's not one of my faves, so I'm gonna have to re-gift. This I've had at least 24 months, to be honest, so that needs to go. I really enjoyed it, but it is out of date now. Born This Way. Yeah, I've had this about a year and a half as well, and again, it's a really great concealer, but it's just not my fave, so out of date in the bin.
Up next, we have two products that I absolutely love. I know I have to say goodbye to this one because I've had it about a year. It is gorgeous. These are my two favourite under eye concealers because they're really paste-like. This one is the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer for Under Eyes. I use 1.5. I love this product. I'm going to keep it because that is actually a year old, I think. 18 months. Okay, so I've got a few more months left with that one, but I know that this one is out of date, so I'm just going to have to say bye to it. Love you. So I'm really pleased with this, as if I've gotten down to 5 concealers from like 14. That's a job well done. Next up, we have primers. I'm not actually sure why I have so many primers. Oh my god, look at the state of that. It's disgusting. Not sure why I've got so many primers because I don't wear a primer that much unless I am like doing a really big makeup look. Saying that, there are some really fab primers out there. I'm sure you will recognize a few of them as I lay them out. Okay, let's start at the beginning, because Laura Mercier primers are well known and well loved. This is the Radiance primer in a bronze. It's got like a really bronzy tint to it, slightly luminous. I just love it. It's just great, especially when it's summer. It's not summer anymore, but especially when it's summer and you're doing like a more of a bronzy look. I just love this product. I don't want to let it go. And then I've got this one as well. This is the oil-free primer. I would always use an oil-free primer usually under makeup because I have combination skin. So again, this is really new. I'm going to keep that. This is a setting spray from Estee Lauder. I don't actually have any other setting sprays that I use, so I will keep this one because it's the only one that I use. This product, oh my gosh, I love this for so long. It's the RHIAN Perfect Canvas Silicone Free Skin Finishing Serum. It's a great primer, even though it's a serum. Oh god, it's only 9 months. Time to say goodbye to you then, I think. Adios. Okay, I know for a fact this is super old. Doesn't actually have the shelf life date on it, so I'm gonna take a guess and say I've had it more than a year, so it should probably go. I never really used this, to be honest. Nah. Got two products here from Hourglass. This is actually the primer the makeup artist gave us at my sister's wedding. It's oil free, it's mineral based. Yeah, it's a really nice primer. Should it stay or should it go? I just tested that on the back of my hand and it's really nice. I'm gonna keep it. And then I tested this one as well, which is the Hourglass number 28 primer serum. Super oily, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This is fairly new. When I say new, it's about 6 months old. I started using it. It's a vitamin C primer. It's inspired by banana powder, which is like great for brightening the skin. I really do like this one. I'm not actually sure how much of a primer it is. It says it's a makeup primer, but it feels more like skincare. It has like quite a highlighty base to it as well. See, for me, a primer should have one purpose, and that is to make your makeup last longer. I'm not really interested in anything with skincare, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it because I do enjoy using it. This one is going. Everybody knows this one. It's the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Oh my gosh, coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, but I know it is over 2 years old and I've nearly used it, so bin. This is another great primer. It's a double wear hydrating primer, SPF 42 Estee Lauder. It's a shaky bottle with a pearl in it. I've had it about a year. It's got 24-month shelf life. I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it. That's only 6. That's not a lot, is it, guys? Just sat over here, convincing myself. Next up, we have blushes and highlighters. So this is all my blushes and highlighters currently in use. I absolutely love this section of my makeup. It's just so pretty and pink. And I did actually about 2 months ago go through and get rid of a lot of stuff, but I feel like I could probably do a little bit better because I really want to downsize. Okay, so let's start over here. This is the By Terry Sun Desire blush. It's dual tone, so we've got a really highlighty one in the middle and then like more of a velvety glow on the outside. I freaking love this blush. It's one of my favorites right now, so I'm definitely keeping this, and it's fairly new as well. Top contender for the best blushes I own is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Love this to death. It's definitely staying with me. So this is my all-time favorite blush ever. I have had it now for 3 years and it doesn't go down, guys. It literally doesn't go down. One of the NARS ones. It's a dual intensity sexual content, and there's also 2 colors in there. That's why I love it so much, because I get to like run my brush between the two, the peach and the pink, and oh my god, the finish on the skin is insane. But I 100% know that is not hygienic anymore, so I'm just gonna have to chuck it. Oh, R.I.P. R.I.P. This one is a Burberry blush. I actually not had it long, to be honest. It's just kind of the ones that you put on the finger like that, and you kind of like dab it into the cheeks. I love a cream blush that stays on. This is really nice formula. However, can we just talk about the colour? Like, I just don't think that's my colour. It's insanely pink, so unfortunately that one will have to go. It's newish though, so I'll try and re-gift it. So this is my favourite liquid blush. It's the Armani A blush. I absolutely love this. Shelf life of 12 months. Ooh! I think I might have had it 12 months already, but there's still loads in there. In fact, I probably haven't had it a full 12 months. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but actually I remember the event with Alexandra Steiner when she introduced us to this collection, and it definitely wasn't a year ago. I'm keeping it. And then this is a new blush from Topshop, so definitely within its shelf life. It's the Powder Matte Blush in Game Changer, so a true matte. It's just a really nice colour, and I actually added this into my collection because we are going into winter now, and I just think a nice matte dusky rose is perfect for winter, so I'm gonna keep it 2. This is harder than I thought. I managed to trim down the bronzer category into 6. Charlotte Tilbury, By Terry, Topshop, 2 Clarins, and then the Giorgio Armani that's not long for the world. And if we come over here, here are all my highlighters. I've got a real mix of powders and cream highlighters. I love a cream highlighter. Let's start with this one. This one is the Marc Jacobs one. It's the Glow Stick. It's kind of like a speed stick style. I absolutely love this product. It's probably my favorite ever highlighter. Guys, it's just amazing, but I know I'm going to have to chuck this out because I've had it about 2 years. It has to go. I'm just gonna have to get a new one, or just use what I've got, obviously. I do freaking adore this. Okay, so my Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I love this product. It totally lives up to the hype. Can we just appreciate that? It's just the most gorgeous colour. But then I also have this colour from Hourglass, and I've had this 2 years. Shelf life is 12 months. That's such a shame, but it's got to go. I will miss you. I will miss you, Mary. So here is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Strobe Palette. This is a great palette. Ugh. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at those colours. Champagnes, pinks, and like a dusky beigey colour on the end. Nobody needs this amount of highlighter in one palette. I really wish they were individuals instead, because if I'm completely honest, what I do is just run them all together and use them like that. So I'm gonna keep this because it's fairly new and it's just gorgeous. And then Hourglass also have their Champagne Flash Vanishing Highlight Sticks. I'm obsessed with these. I've got a few on the back burner as well, so I'm keeping that for sure. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Yeah, it's just one of those things, like I'm not sure if there's a space for it in my beauty cabinet. I just put it on the back of my hand. It's a very subtle glow, as you can see. Just adore anything Charlotte Tilbury. This is my problem. Wow, I've only got 3 at the moment. So next up, this tiny little pot from Topshop. This is their Glow Pot in Polished. Ugh, it's no Marc Jacobs, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll keep that. I'll give it a little bit more of a chance. I'm turning my nose up at it because it's Topshop and it's not like luxury beauty. But I will keep it. And then finally we have this By Terry really gorgeous bronzy highlight. This is their
brightening CC powder. Normally you would use the same color as your skin, but I actually picked the bronzy color because I think it's gorgeous. Just to dust on like bronzer very lightly, give you a very nice glow. So that's like bronzer and highlight, spanning the categories. Okay, I think that's a decent amount of stuff to keep. Okay, so it would appear that my powder and bronzing category is quite a large one. I do have quite a few different bronzers because it really does depend on my skin color. Sometimes I'm tan, sometimes I fake tan, so it really depends what sort of shade I am, how intense I can go on my bronzer. I'll start with this because it's brand new. I just opened a new one. I've been using the Sensai bronzing gel in copper bronze for 3.5 years now. It's just my go-to everyday liquid bronze. It's just a really, really nice liquid that you can just buff into foundation, or you can also just buff it straight onto your face. It's just incredible, so definitely keeping that. This is a really, really nice product from Bobbi Brown. It's just basically their matte bronzing powder in medium number 2, and I use this for contouring because it's a really nice, just true brown color, no orange in there. It's just fantastic for doing shape work on the face. It's quite old though. I can't see the shelf life on it either, but I do want to keep that. That's a maybe. So wow, I absolutely adored this product. It's the Neo Nude powder from Giorgio Armani. I'm really getting into Giorgio Armani this year. I never really knew them as a makeup brand, but I've tried quite a few things this year and I bloody loved this. It was so, so good. So I think it's time to go anyway. I've almost used it up. This also came out from them this summer as well. It's like a bronzing powder. It is a little bit orange though. Now that I'm seeing it next to all the other bronzers, that looks extremely terracotta. What's so amazing about this product is though, just like the powder that I chucked away, it's just got the silkiest glowy factor about it. It sits well on any skin. It's a beautiful formulation. I'm actually going to put that into my storage in case I ever want to do something with this in the future. So this is new. I just got it from Marc Jacobs. I've had it for a few months now and I love it. It's the Accomplice Instant Blurring Powder and it's just perfect. Like so perfect. It does exactly what it says. It just blurs imperfections. It also comes with a really cool brush built into the lid there, so I'm definitely keeping that. This is my favorite setting powder, the Laura Mercier Glow powder. I've used this in a few tutorials recently. It's actually a brand new product. I've had it for about a month, so definitely keeping that. This is one of my all-time favorite bronzing powders. If I'm not using my Sensai bronze, then I will use this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer in Bronze Light, Nude Bronze Light. Absolutely adore this product. It's just the nicest glow. Keeping that. I've been using this a lot recently, especially when my skin is like feeling fragile. It's actually a foundation, not a powder, but it's in the powder section. It must have crossed the barriers without me knowing. I do love the Bare Minerals Original Powder. It's great if you have like really sensitized skin, problematic skin. You can really build this product as well. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I will keep it. It just doesn't belong in this section. Oh my gosh. This is like, for a while, this was like my ride or die. It's my MAC Studio Fix NC30. This is pretty much a powder foundation, if I'm honest. I take this out on nights out with me in wintertime because there is no other powder with coverage like it. It's insane. Keeping it. See, all of these have a purpose, guys. Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light, everyone's favorite shade. This is just the most amazing setting powder. It's just so glowy. Want to keep. Oh, this is hard. This is a really nice powder from Estee Lauder. I got it about, I want to say about 2 months ago. It's their Double Wear powder. I'm shade 2W1 in Dawn. It's just a really nice powder. Sits well on top of skin. I might just put that one in storage for now. This looks like it's seen better days. Benefit Hoola bronzer, so bye. And then this is the final bronzer. This is the Kiko Milano bronzer. It's from their Green Me limited edition collection. The shade is called Sweet Honey. It's just a really nice bronzer. It's got a little bit more warmth than that Bobbi Brown, but the texture and finish is kind of the same. Nah, get rid. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. It's a translucent powder. It's supposed to be hydrating. People go crazy for it. I love it. I'll keep it because it is a cult classic. At the moment, I am preferring this one. Okay, so we're going to move on to eyes next. This is my little eye box. This is a NARS launch that came out this summer, actually. It's not eyes. No, it's cheek palette. It's gorgeous, and it was just one of those things I didn't want to chuck away because it is so damn beautiful. I mean, look at that. But
that needs to be rehomed with a friend because I just don't use it. Okay, so I did actually clear out this eye section a few months ago, but it's got suspiciously bigger since I did that. So I think it's probably time to re-tackle it. And the thing with me and eyeshadows, it's the same with my lipstick collection. I tend to just like hoard all the ones that I love, and therefore I end up getting like really similar selections of a lot of different products. It's going to be really hard to like get rid of one of an eyeshadow that's like pretty much the same as another that I love. But yeah, I'm going to try my best. As you can see here, I've actually got quite a lot of single eyeshadows. I'm loving them more than I do my palettes. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love a good palette. I do get excited by a good palette now and again, but more than ever as I get older, it's more about the edited down eye, something just like a wash of colour, something really strong. Unless of course I'm doing like a really dramatic look, in which case I've got so many of these luxury eye quads by Charlotte Tilbury, which I love. But traditional like really big palettes, like stuff like this, I'm finding like I'm not using them as much anymore. I've got a whole drawer of palettes over there, by the way. I can't bear to throw them out, that's why. Alright, let's get started. So I'm gonna keep all of these because they're just amazing and they're brand new. They're the Hourglass Scattered Light. I've got a few of them here, and all of the colours I have are just amazing for autumn, so they're all staying. I gave this a whirl. It's a single matte Chop Shop eyeshadow, but I just don't think the colour suits me. It's a tad too orange, so I'll rehome that. Same with that, like it's very, very similar to the Hourglass ones I just showed you. It's a metallic, so that can go as well. So this might not look like much, but it's a Bobbi Brown individual eyeshadow in Saddle. This is a great all-round colour just for doing eyeliner with eyeshadow, basically. I've got a tutorial on how to do a dramatic like blurred out cat eye using this, so gonna keep this because it is just a staple. I think I don't do a cat eye a lot, but when I do, I need this. So I'm a huge fan of these Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadows. I've got 3 of them. I don't actually use this colour ever, so gonna rehome that. These 2 shades I'm absolutely like in love with, especially this one, which has like prism holographic effect through it, so I'm gonna keep both of them even though they are quite similar. I said I wouldn't do this, but I've done it. Okay, so I've just opened everything up so we can see exactly what we've got going on here. I've got 2 of these Pure Colour Envy shadows. They actually work really nicely in harmony together. They're also long wear. These kind of colours really, really suit me, so those are staying. I've just opened these actually. They were brand new in their box still, and I've just tried them out. The Ombre Satin. It's like a cream eyeshadow with a satin finish by Clarins. I've got 2 aubergine shadows here. This one's from H&M that I bought like a year ago. I've never even used it, so I'm gonna re-gift that one because there's no point in keeping 2. And I'm gonna try and make this winter the year of the aubergine eye. And if not the aubergine eye, the year of the navy eye. I mean, how stunning is that? I really want to give these a shot, so I'm going to keep them because they're brand new, and hopefully when winter descends, these will have a go. Really guiltily, I've had a lot of these shadows that you see in front of me for over 2 years. What can I say? It's just really hard to get through like this type of product. It takes ages, especially if you've got as many as I do. Anyway, they all have to go. This was a big favourite of mine. It's the MAC paint pot in Groundwork. Absolutely loved this. I still love it. In fact, if I go to duty free, I might buy it again because I just love spending money. Yeah, also got the Painterly one as well, which is just a really perfect creamy base just to like neutralize the eyelids if they got a bit of discoloration or pre like makeup work, whatever. Love that. So, but that has to go. I'm being perfectly honest, those 2 are totally out of date. As is this. I just checked that this brow pomade by Kat Von D only has 6 months on it. I've had it about 2 years. These are Revlon Colour Stays as well as the Colour Tattoos. Really nice drugstore long wear eyeshadows. I've had them all over 2 years, so they have to go. And this is like the weirdest eyeshadow ever. It's basically the prettiest colour in the pot, but it's so small you can literally like never get any out because you can't move your finger around and it ends up being scraped into your nail. So prize for the worst packaging ever goes to Dolce & Gabbana because that is the most ill-functioning eyeshadow I've ever used. I remember buying this. I don't think I've ever used it. Primark. It's been years since I bought anything makeup wise from Primark. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize product. It's just a really nice glossy highlight. Do you know what? These aren't the best formulas
like I said, I absolutely adore Charlotte Tilbury, but I do find that her cream eyeshadows, they just go down to a really, really thin wash of colour. Very hard to build, and they do crease as well. I'm just gonna have to chuck that. Okay, doing good. Alright, so you can see I kind of have a thing for these coloured palettes. These are like two miniature palettes. One is the Urban Decay Petite Heat, and then this one is a Kat Von D palette, which I remember being so excited about when I bought when she first came to the UK like 2 years ago. Truth be told, I don't use it. I don't know when I am going to use it. I think I'm going to it's probably out of date. 12 months, yeah. She's a goner. That can get rehomed. I'm going to keep this one. Alright, for some reason, and I do have a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury luxury eyeshadow quads, these are not my favourite ones. I'm really confused as to why I've got these. I think they might have just been sent to me and I put them into my eyeshadow drawer with the intention of trying them out. But looking at them now, I'm going to have to re-gift them. That's, I find, quite boring. They're quite nice colours. They'll be quite nice for winter, actually. And then on the other one, they seem quite boring as well, don't they? I'm gonna re-gift that one and I'll keep this one. Now, I don't do a lot of really dramatic eye makeup looks anymore, but in case I ever do, I have a few eyeshadow primers. I probably don't need 3 though, do I? I can't decide which one's best. That one's really old. That one looks brand new. I'm gonna keep this one. So we've got an Estee Lauder palette here. This is actually the Estee Lauder by Violette edit, and I love anything that comes from the Violette edit. But I have just swatched these colours on my arm. I mean, great for autumn. I feel like I've seen them a million times. I'm gonna re-gift this because it's hardly used. Alright, so this is what we're down to. Eyeshadows, which I think is bloody brilliant. Got a few of the sparkly ones, a few matte ones. Really nice pared down edit there. But don't be fooled, that's not my only eyeshadows. I have so many stick eyeshadows, which we're gonna go through now. So this is where I think it gets a bit silly with the eyes, because I have so many eye things and I never, for some reason I find it so hard to get rid of eye stuff. I don't actually wear that much eyeliner or eye makeup in general. This box was divided into like mascaras and sort of pencil eyeshadows. So we've got quite a few here. A lot of the colours repeat themselves. So let's start with the mascara. So this is my favourite dramatic mascara at the moment. It's the YSL Curler mascara. It's just insane. The brush is magic. It's an all black mascara, so great for dramatic nights out. Definitely going to keep that. And this is my current favourite brown everyday mascara. It is the Clarins Wonder Perfect mascara in 4D. Really nice brush, nice and bristly. It's a brown colour. It's perfect for every day. So those are my two mascaras. This one can definitely go in the bin. It's D&G. I've had it 2 years. It's still got some stuff in there. It's my brown everyday, but it's definitely out of date now. And then this I've been trying to get along with. I just really want to like it, but the brush is pretty crazy. And you know what? They say that the brush is the USP to this product, but actually I think it's a massive hindrance. How did you navigate with that thing? It's ridiculous. It is fairly new though, so I will re-gift. This is my all-time favourite mascara. I always have one on the go. It's the Guerlain Maxi Lash, and this one's black actually. I normally have a brown one, but I just love this product. We've got a Giorgio Armani mascara there as well. This was okay, but I'm trying to downsize, so this can be re-gifted. Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. For all my love of Charlotte Tilbury, her mascara is not the one, so that can be re-gifted. As far as drugstore mascaras go, I thought this was okay. It's the Revlon Volumizing waterproof mascara, but yeah, nah. Okay, so now we're left with a lot of like these eye pencil shadows. A lot of the same brands, some Burberry, some Estee Lauder, Charlotte Tilbury, lots of Laura Mercier, Bobbi Brown, Estee Lauder again. So I've organised them into yes and no's. Let's go through the yes first of all. I've kept most of the Laura Merciers in all these different like really nice bronzy autumnal shades, and then I've kept my newer Charlotte Tilbury Amber Haze eyeshadow pencil, and then a really nice coppery bronze from the by Violette range for Estee Lauder. Those are all staying. The ones I'm getting rid of, Estee Lauder Pure Colour Envy Metallic Cream Shadows. Literally the colour is just not intense enough. They're just a bit wash out, so getting rid. Same with the Laura Mercier. These came out the other day. Chroma Veils, are they called? Caviar Chrome Veils. Again, the colours just wash out. It just feels a bit pointless. And then all of these ones, these Burberry, I know they're out of date. The Bobbi Brown's out of date. Estee Edit's out of date.
That's out of date, and this is out of date, Charlotte Tilbury, and I've already got a new one of these anyway, so all of those in the bin. Guys, I'm literally getting the sweats from doing this. It's really intense and I think I'm losing my voice. So next up, we're going to tackle lipsticks. This is going to be really difficult because these two drawers aren't even my favorite lipsticks. These are just ones that I really, really love, but they're not good enough for the top shelf. Yeah, in theory, I should just chuck all of these out, but there are a few that I use in here, so yeah, let's have a look. Also, can you see in my liquid lipstick drawer how similar all the colours are? It's slightly ridiculous. I've just got a thing for that like dusky pink nude colour. So that was actually easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. Did a bit of swatching, but actually the reality is when I cast my mind back, most of these will be out of date now. A lipstick shelf life is 6 months to a year, so yeah, most of these are for the bin, to be honest, even if I did like them. But there's actually quite a few of them, even if they weren't out of date, I wouldn't keep anyway. For example, like the Kylie Jenner lip kits, I just feel, let me know if you agree with me in the comments, that those like really harsh, powdery liquid lipsticks that are like so supremely matte, they're just a little bit dated now, I think. Kind of had their time, like these Lime Crime ones, for example, fucking hell, those guys were intense. So yeah, I'm just getting rid of all of the liquid matte lipsticks, even if they aren't out of date. Some like faddy shit that came from Givenchy that never really picked up was this sort of like weird lipstick here. It comes through there like a formula and it's onto like a sponge, but yeah, it just didn't take off. Yeah, all of those are for the bin. I'm keeping this lot here, which is actually not that much, I guess. The Clarins lip lights, I'm just a huge fan of. They're just perfect for every day. Love them to death. The Fenty Beauty, the RHIAN lip gloss. This is my absolute favorite lip gloss. This is amazing every day. I've had it about 8 months, so it's probably got a few months left in it. And then I thought I would keep these liquid lipsticks because the YSL ones, the Bobbi Brown, which I'm actually not sure about that. I'm kind of on the fence about this one here. And then the Buxom, they are liquid lips, but they are not like dry matte finishes. They are like a suede-y, creamy finish. So I feel like these I might still reach for if I've got an important event or I want to do a really bold statement lip. So I'm keeping those and keeping these, which are more everyday. That's a lip balm. I absolutely adored this lipstick. I wore it so much. Probably out of date now, to be honest. Back Talk, Comfort Matte. Beautiful colour. Have to rebuy if I like it when I try it again. Let's do eyeliners. This is going to be pretty quick, I think, because I'm being ruthless and I've already said I don't use half of this, so let's go. That was actually fairly simple. This is everything I'm getting rid of, just because I can't actually remember the last time I used any of these products. In fact, some of them I've never used, but tested. So I actually really wanted to keep this Chanel purple eyeliner. It's absolutely stunning in colour, but I opened the lid and it stank. So that's not proof enough to get rid of something. I don't know what it is. There's so many like goldeny coloured eyeliners that I was like, oh, I'll keep these because, you know, I'll use them in summer, but I just never got around to it because I think in general you just use either a black or a brown eyeliner, or in my case, blue. I seem to have a lot of blue liquid eyeliners and blue like neon-y pencils as well. I really don't think I can hold on to any of these. I think they're all out of date, which is a shame because I would have liked to keep hold of one, so probably have to buy one because I like to do like a nice electric blue eyeliner maybe once a year. It's not really enough to keep them really. The ones I am keeping are my Marc Jacobs highliners. You guys know I talk about these all the time. They're my favourite brown liners, and I've got the tattoo liner from Kat Von D. Oh, this is just a generic black eyeliner. I thought I'd keep one of my newer ones. This is the Inglot gel eyeliner, which is just one of the best pot gel black liners. And then I've got a cake one as well from Laura Mercier, which is just a powder black liner. And then I've got the Bobbi Brown black inks as well. I'm going to get rid of the Forest Shimmer ink, which is a green ink. I just never use it. I'm going to keep the black one, and then this can go in the bin. It's the brown one by Sigma, but I've definitely had this 3 years, so. Okay, so brows. This should be fairly simple because I know exactly what I like and what I don't like. Not used that for ages. That NARS brow pencil sucked. That's a Collection product. Actually, it's really, really good for a drugstore brow pencil from Incredibrow Collection, but I am culling, so that's going. I have had that way too long. Likewise, the Anastasia powder. It's a brown Kajal I've had for 3 years. This is actually a really cool concept. The HD Brow High Definition Kajal brow pencil. You like unwrap it and then you sharpen it with a blade. Sounds extreme, but actually I've got an Instagram tutorial on this. I love this product, but don't use it anymore because it's black, and actually I do prefer to use dark brown instead, so that can go. This is incredible, but it's discontinued, so I'm literally clinging onto it for dear life. It's basically brow gel to hold brows in place, but it's really, really great. I have quite a few of the Hourglass brow gels, but there's only one color I really like, and surprise, surprise, it's not here because it's probably in my travel bag. I take it everywhere with me. So these three can be regifted because they're fairly new and they're in different shades of brown. Ugh. Rapid Brow, no. Dolce & Gabbana, didn't like that one. Microblade Effect by Rodial. See, I've got a problem with this, and that it's not a microblade effect. It's got a really rather chubby triangular point. That's actually fairly new. I might give that to Anna because she likes them. This is a fantastic, fantastic brow product by Estee Lauder. It's the Micro Precise Brow Pencil. Really, really like this. It's still in date as well, so I will keep it. This is definitely out of date, even though it's absolutely incredible. The Gimme Brow by Benefit. I love this as a brow gel, but tinted. It's fantastic, but I know it's out of date. This is fairly new from Collection, Incredibrow range. Again, a drugstore brow tint. So you put it on and it kind of leaves some behind, so your brows stay tinted for like a few days afterwards. It's quite good. Out of date. This is incredible. Out of date. And then this is my favorite brow pencil of the moment. Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil. It is so, so, so precise and small. Look how tiny that is. I love it. It's got a really nice spoolie on the end as well, so I'm keeping that as well. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm sweating and I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice as well from all the talking. Okay, so we're gonna do lipsticks now. Like I said, this is my lipstick collection that sits on the top of my vanity. This is what I classify as my favorite lipsticks I reach for quite regularly. However, it has got a little bit overcrowded now, and I can honestly say I don't regularly reach for all these lipsticks. It never fails to amaze me how, like, everything's kind of similar in the makeup that we choose. So I'm going to show you what I'm keeping and what I'm throwing away. Reluctantly, I'm actually throwing away this Chanel lipstick here, but I figured I have two really similar ones, and that's this NARS one here, shade Lana. That's a really nice red. I also have the Urban Decay, really, really pretty red. That's got a little bit more blue running through it. That one's Doubt. So I've got two red lipsticks. So with regret, the Chanel Goes is a little bit old, so it's saying goodbye to that. I also wanted to just show you three of my favorite nudes. I'm actually throwing all of these because they are past their sell-by date, but oh my god, this is my favorite Chanel lipstick ever. It's called RHIAN, and it's one of the Rouge Cocos. That's 402 RHIAN, if you can see it there. This is just the most insane nude. It goes on so nicely, so nicely. It doesn't look fake. I also love this Laura Mercier one, but again, had it for absolutely years. I don't even know if they do this anymore. It was part of their Lip Parfait range. That was Amaretto Swirl. I absolutely loved that. Then also this really gorgeous Bobbi Brown nude, and that's just called Uber Nude. So yeah, getting rid of them with regret. The nudes now that I tend to love are the Pillow Talk one. You guys have seen this a million times. It's just my ride or die. Pillow Talk. So as you can see, that's like got a little bit more of a pinky brown tone to it than those other nudes there, which like are a little bit beigey. So that's kind of the nude I tend to go for these days. I'm keeping my two favorite red liquid lipsticks, the Rihanna Fenty one. Oh my god, this is just the most amazing liquid lipstick ever. And then I also love the Color Envy one by Estee Lauder. It's a little bit more orange. That's 302. And then I've kept my two favorite Hourglass lipsticks, both a more of a brown pink and a pink pink. The Peacemaker is the pink pink, and the brown one is the Influencer. I'll just show you what they look like. So it's more of a brown tone there, and then the pink one, see, there's not much difference in it actually. They are gorgeous colors. I've just sliced the ends off because I want to keep them fresh. I've kept a few Charlotte Tilbury's, the ones I'm actually going to stick with. So I'm getting rid of all of these ones. And these are like darker purpley brown tones that I don't tend to wear. And I keep them for winter, but actually I don't wear them. So the ones I am actually going to stick with are from Left to Right, Super Sexy, Birkin Brown, Walk of Shame, Pillow Talk, Super 90s. There's Supermodel somewhere. I don't know where she's gone. A few other MAC ones I love. I've got Taupe, which is a brownie colour. I've got MAC Myrrh, which is a lovely pink. It is that sort of like mauvey pink that was in fashion a few years ago, but it's just a really lovely colour, so I'm going to keep it. And then like more of a purpley colour as well. Berry Hue. I've got a really nice YSL. It's my favourite YSL lipstick. It's number 17. It's just a really nice nude. I like the finish on this. It's just very comfortable, everyday sort of vibes. And then of course I'm keeping my very own invention. I actually had the pleasure of creating my own lipstick at Estee Lauder last year, was it? Yeah, I think it was last year. And this is what it looks like. It's just, I wanted to create my lip colour in a lipstick. I'll show you what it looks like. I had a lot of you on Instagram wanting to buy it. I think a few of you made it down to the counter and actually got it in Selfridges, but I don't think it's available anymore. I'm gonna quickly just do some liner sharpening and then put them back, clean that thing, and then we're done with lips. Okay, so for liners, I've decided to keep all of these, and those are going in the trash. As you can see, it's mostly a mix of Charlotte Tilbury and MAC. I've got a few key favourites like MAC Soar, MAC Mahogany, which is a brown for a brown lip. I've got MAC Beat, which goes with my MAC like purpley berry burning love colour. And then I have various Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat liners. They are my absolute fave. I've obviously got Pillow Talk in there, and then a few other of the nudie pink colours, which I just love. This is my all-time favourite red lip liner. It's just the lip liner in Cherry by MAC. Well loved, as you can see. Got my surface cleaner spray. I'm just going to clean all of these plastic things. So this has turned into a 2-day activity. Had to go out yesterday, so I've started again today, Saturday, and I'm really spurned on by the makeup sorting. I'm now actually going to tackle brushes, because these are the brushes I use at the moment. I have like smaller brushes in this candle pot, and then large brushes in this candle pot. And if I'm perfectly honest, I haven't changed these out for years. They don't need to be changed that often, especially if you get good quality ones, and I like to think that I do use good quality ones. But if I just show over here, this is my overstock of tools and brushes, so ones I don't use. So if one ever like dies, for example, this one starts losing hairs or something, I'll replace it with a new like fluffy one. But what I want to do is actually go through this now and get rid of stuff that I just won't use or I think is a bit crap, and then maybe try and sub out some of these ones with the newer ones that I can use, and then donate ones I just don't think I'm ever going to touch, or throw them out if they're just old. So I'm going to go through this selection now and just see what I've got in here. In an ideal world, I would love it if like all my brushes were Marc Jacobs or all my brushes were Spectrum, you know, but it just so happens that some brushes are better than others. So for example, this is a Giorgio Armani one and it's absolutely amazing, so I would use that over this, for example. And then this is the Crown. They were actually quite good. I remember them from years ago. The Crown brushes are good. This is the contour brush from Crown, but actually I have a Dior one on the go which I think is a little bit better. So, you know, ideal world, my OCD says I would love all the same brand, but it's just not gonna happen. So I am actually picking over quality and functionality over the brand name here. So let's get started. Alright, so I've actually ended up grouping them by brand so I can see what I've got from each brand. It looks like I've got loads of Sigma brushes actually. I remember buying all of these back when I first started makeup blogging. I just knew that they were a really decent brand and I do love them. I don't really know why they fell out of favour. Most of these have been used once or twice. No, not once or twice, like quite a while, and then I've cleaned them and put them away when I started being gifted other brands. So yeah, I really do like a lot of those. Also, the Crown brushes are really good as well. Oh god, God, I remember them from ages ago. Contour brush. This foundation brush, it's like a copy of that MAC one that everyone loved back in the noughties. Got some Doll 10. I've got a really nice selection of Zoeva here. They've got quite a few like smaller brushes as well. I'm trying to think like what the most important brushes are to me. And it's actually probably like these thick ones. That's an amazing, amazing brush. Everyone always asks me where this one's from when I use it, because it's dual-ended foundation and concealer. It's an IT Cosmetics brush. It's amazing, and I actually have a backup in case I ever lose this one or it starts being shit, but actually it's really decent. So yeah, I use like these big fluffy ones for like my powder and my bronzer, and then I use this for highlight as well as this one, but this one's actually seen better days. I've used this one for years, so it doesn't even have branding on it anymore, but I think it was a Sigma one. And then I've got this Chanel foundation brush. If I'm being completely honest, it's a bit shit. I feel like it just smears the product around my face rather than buffing it in nicely, but you know, it's got Chanel on it, so that's why it's here, and I just think that's a bit stupid, so I've got to be a bit more ruthless. Okay guys, so this is everything I have managed to cull from this one makeup vanity space. It's basically all the products that I either don't like or are almost finished or out of date, so yeah. Feeling really good about getting rid of all of this stuff actually. I'm kind of like a little bit grossed out as well that it was just sitting there. Things are so much more streamlined now. So that's all for the rubbish, and then I've got a little small bag of stuff to be re-gifted to friends. Okay, so I've just finished. I'm really happy with everything. I've managed to strip back to probably the least makeup I've had on my vanity in about 4 years, so that is saying something. However, I understand this is more makeup than the average person would have, but obviously we need to bear in mind my line of work which is very, very beauty focused. Anyway, enough chat. Let me show you how it looks now. Alright, so here's the little vanity. I did initially have the brushes in just one pot, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep them in two because it means I can find everything a lot easier. So I've actually swapped out a lot of my old brushes for ones that are really similar but new versions, just to try them out, give some new guides a chance, I guess. I'm really excited about using this Bare Minerals fluffy brush. I think it's going to be a great replacement to my Real Techniques fluffy brush. Yeah, so this is going to be my new foundation brush, the one that's going to buff in, and that was by Zoeva. I actually have a load of Zoeva brushes, and they're really nicely personalized. My initials are engraved on all of the Zoeva brushes, so I thought I'm just going to use those. This is going to be my concealer buffing brush. I put a contour brush in. I replaced the traditional fan brush for this one as the highlight. It's the Bare Minerals one, and I have been using it for a little bit, but I just thought there's no point in having two highlight brushes, so I'm just going to try this one for a little bit. And then all of my eye brushes for eyeshadows. I don't do a lot of eyeshadow looks, but when I do, my most used ones are like flat brushes that look like this, and then just a fluff, a rounded fluff, and then, where is it, like a kind of thin one like this, just for like smudging on the lash line. So yeah, happy with that. Top drawer has become eye makeup. So everything that we chatted through when we went through everything together, just mostly individuals. I've got the cream shadows from Clarins that I want to try, and all those beautiful scattered lights, my Estee Lauder faves, NARS, only Charlotte Tilbury palette I have here, and then a Petite Heat for some matte pigmented goodness, and then a few luxury eyeshadows from Bobbi Brown. This is the most surprising drawer because everything you see in here actually took up 3 separate drawers, and now it's just one. So I've got all my mascaras here, liquid gel liners here, and then I have brow products here, and then these are a few choice stick eyeshadows. Next we have the blush and highlight drawer, so really narrowed those down, and here is the overflow of lipsticks. And then bottom is base products, all my Trini, my IT Cosmetics CC, Laura Mercier concealers, my fave, and then my Armani and Estee Lauder and IT Cosmetics concealer. Yeah, so that is all really looking very tidy and streamlined. Very happy with that. And then over here, I've managed to get down my most used favorite lipsticks to just this section here. So that is, I think, I've still got over 20 lipsticks on the desk, guys, but what can I say? I'm a lipstick addict. And then here, I've just put all the other things that I use on like a daily basis. Some of my favorites: the bronzer, the powder, the blusher, the highlight, and a liquid blush, just so I can reach them. So actually I can do most of my everyday makeup from just the products that you see on the top, and then I'll show you the drawer inside. Obviously ignore the background, guys, that's been destroyed in the process of tidying up this vanity area. So in the drawer here I've streamlined it. Let's start from right to left. These are all my hair products now. They've gone out of that basket below, so now I can see exactly what I've got, and it's everything from dry shampoo to heat protection, serum, texture spray, hairspray, curl spray, my brushes, and then these are all my primers. There wasn't a place for them in the plastic drawers, so they're staying here, and then all my larger powders and bronzers here, hair accessories, and then all of my sunglasses in the end. And that's it! So I can't tell you how good it feels to have done all of that. I'm really, really happy with it. It did take a really long time, and I actually had to do it over 2 days because life happens in between. But actually it spurred me on to do the rest of my office space, because I really do think I can definitely cull a lot of stuff. I'll just show you, for example, over here I have product sections, stuff that comes in for review, and I leave it out so I can see it. But like, for some reason, this has been the summer of hair launches. I have so much hair product, it's ridiculous. And I also feel like I need to go through these drawers as well. Now I know what you're saying, what the hell, you've just sorted everything over there and now you're telling us that you have all of this stuff as well. But actually this is working product, so this is stuff I have to make my makeup videos with and my skincare reviews with. So this is actually work. It's actually spurred me on to do all of this section as well. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe so you can see all of my new uploads coming up. I upload every Sunday. And if you did make it to the end of the video, leave me a comment below. How about neat freak? See you soon, guys. Bye.